Hey guys, I'm sitting here waiting on Natasha to get ready. She's always late. I told her she was going to be late, but I have a guest star that can fill in.
You know I can hear you. Are you playing with those pens again?
No.
Oh, Debbie! You were so busted. You're busted. Hey!
Hey, hi.
Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show.
Hello.
That's brutal. Just two patriotic girls. So please don't take us the wrong way. Hey everybody.
Hi.
Welcome back to the Natasha and Debbie show. It's great to see you today. I hope you're having some fairly decent weather. It's been very, very cold here.
Very frigid.
Yeah, and then it's going to warm up again. It's just silly. But it's great to see you. We had a live video that we put out yesterday. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. It's still up, so you can go back and watch it. We had to make some really cool announcements.
Yes, on that video, we announced that we are now signed up with Patreon.
We have a Patreon account.
Woohoo!
Yay! If you don't know what that is, go back, watch the live video. If you do know what it is, in our description of the video, we have a link to our Patreon account where you can get exclusive content that nobody else can get. So nobody else on YouTube or even Facebook, no one. It's all straight for you only, our patrons.
That's right. So if you like us, you can have more of us.
Yes. And if you don't like us, I don't know why you're watching this video. Yeah, why are you watching this video?
But if you do like us, make sure you hit the subscribe button.
And like the video, please.
But before you do, make sure you like us before you join us.
So yeah, instead of just hitting subscribe to hit subscribe, please make sure you go back, watch our previous content, get to know us a little bit, know what you're getting yourself into. Because it's definitely a situation to
become part of the family.
Our subscribers. Anyway, today we're excited to give you guys a video that something we're really interested in. We can learn about 5 ways British and American TV. It says is very different. Wouldn't it be are very? No, I guess it would be is. Oh God. See, again, I say things on YouTube videos. Now I'm going to have 800 grammar corrections. We're going to dive into this video. And we do have a couple things to ask you. We have basically, we want your opinion on something at the end of the video. So stick around for that. But again, check out our Patreon account in the link in the description of the video. Okay. So I'm really excited to learn about 5 ways British and American TV is very different. I know nothing. Do you?
Only what we learned earlier, something about after dark, after 9 p.m. or after 10
Yeah,
p.m.
you guys called that something. I don't. Hopefully he'll cover this. It's just 5 things, so I don't know. In the comments, let us know if this is if there's other things that we need to know.
Maybe we'll learn in the video.
All right, ready?
Ready.
Let's do it.
Firstly, American networks just have a higher budget, so they can afford to take a risk on a show that NBC will ultimately cancel.
Now this is his intro.
Hello, I'm Lawrence, and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to TV. And given all of the TV shows and programs that both countries develop, this video could have been 50 years long. So I'm not going to devote it to looking at specific programs as such, but really how British and American TV differs in a broad sense. Furthermore, as a disclaimer, because this video might leave you with more questions than answers, then it is possible that this video might become a 2-part mini-series. What? I'm just trying to shoehorn in TV references. And so let me greenlight this episode that this is a sonic screwdriver from Doctor Who makes a noise. I'll stop that now. In which I look at 5 ways that British and American...
Pausing. All right, you guys are gonna kill me. I've never seen Doctor Who. I don't know anything about Doctor Who except someone recently on Facebook said it's something to do with time travel. And I only even heard the name Doctor Who is when your youngest nephew, gosh, it's been like what, 8 or 9 years ago? It wasn't, no, it was Nathan. It was like 8 or 9 years ago, he witnessed Doctor Who for Halloween. And I'm like, who is Doctor Who? So don't hate me.
I don't know either, people.
Oh, yeah. Don't hate me. Hate us both. But I don't know who he is. So when he held that thing up, I'm like, what is it? What British item is this? That I don't know what, I don't know.
It's the green light machine.
So I've already learned something that I don't know who Doctor Who is and what that's about. Again, please don't everybody tell me. Just a few people, let me know. Some of you shaking your heads probably going, what is wrong with her? She's never seen Harry Potter. She doesn't know who Doctor Who is. I also still don't own a pair of Union Jack socks. Just saying.
Oh, shame.
Oh, were you Game of Thrones me? Shame.
Yep. Shame. I need a bell.
All right, let's go back. Sorry. And we'll go back.
And so let me greenlight this episode that this
what
is
is
a
that?
sonic screwdriver from Doctor Who. Makes a noise.
I still don't know what that means.
In which I look at 5 ways that British and American TV is very different. We can't talk about the differences in British and American television without talking about TV licensing. In Britain, a TV license is required by any household that is watching or recording live TV in real time, whether it be terrestrial, satellite, cable, or internet. Now, as of last year, a colour TV license cost each household just shy of £160. Or, to simplify things, about £3 a week, and if you're not British and that didn't simplify things, that's roughly $4 American a week. And the British government uses this money to fund the BBC. So any American fans of Top Gear, Doctor Who, Planet Earth, Peaky Blinders, Sherlock, and of course all creatures great and small can thank the British public for funding them, although not me because I haven't lived there in 12 years. Arguably the closest thing that America has to the BBC.
What are you thinking of for? I'm confused.
And as it happens, PBS...
I'm a little confused. What were you thinking of for?
For providing all those shows for us.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so we don't watch any of those shows.
We haven't watched any of those, but they're available.
I know. But we asked you guys in the last video that we did for what are your favorite British movies, and I appreciate your suggestions. We haven't watched any yet because we just have not had time, but we appreciate the lists. It really helps us. So I'm going to ask you here, what are your favorite British TV shows? Mine, you guys know, if you've been paying attention. Do you know? Fleabag.
Doesn't quite work. Sorry.
You're just trying to pull Natasha.
Yep.
But you have a hole in your...
work.
Do that again. I want to see.
That looks so wrong. Sorry.
Try. Do it. You try to do what I do.
Not quite working out there.
Oh, I love it. No, but I just... Okay, so... no, but the TV license is... Did he say just $4? Did you say a week?
A week.
But you get all
for
this...
every household.
But color TV... Doesn't everybody have... I need some clarification on that.
I guess to be able to watch TV.
You said color TV, right?
Well, nobody's going to watch black and white.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So they just started charging for that? Whereas they hadn't before?
I guess.
Odd.
$4 a week?
Okay. I mean, we don't pay, but in America, you pay for cable, you pay for satellite. Mm-hmm. Or internet.
Maybe it's like network broadcasting over there.
Yeah, I think we need to stop talking and...
Yeah, let's learn.
I was just confused what you were saying thank you for, because I thought I missed something, as I typically do. All right, let's get back into it. Sorry.
Thank the British public for funding them, although not me because I haven't lived there in 12 years. Arguably, the closest thing that America has to the BBC is PBS. And as it happens, PBS's masterpiece is essentially British TV, just without the crap bits. However, PBS is not funded by a TV license since Americans aren't required to have one. Instead, PBS and other public distributors are funded by things like pledge drives and its own member stations, and grants from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and donations. And that's why you'll often hear things like, "This period drama was brought to you in association with the Lawrence Brown Foundation." That was a dream I had. Two of the most well-known TV shows to have originated on American public television are Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and Sesame Street, both of which were children's shows set in a street, but only one of which became big in the UK, Sesame Street. Why didn't we get Mr. Rogers in the UK? Anyway, at this point, true to PBS form,
No, I've heard about this recently that you guys never got to see Mr. Rogers, and I'm sorry, but we have been deprived of a lot of things from the UK, but I will tell you this. If you didn't grow up with Mr. Rogers, you were heavily, heavily deprived of a much better childhood. Honestly.
I think next episode I'm going to get my cardigan and some tennis shoes. And we're going to do a little mini Mr. Rogers. Mr.
Rogers, I guess you could probably, well, didn't he just say you can watch him over there now? Whatever. Find him, watch him. But it won't be the same because if you're an adult, which we don't, well, you are because you're watching this. I don't think a 2-year-old or 5-year-old's watching. But, it's such a great show. I mean, it really did change our brains as children. The positivity from him, it was just so imaginative and creative. And I have to say, it's one of the single greatest things about American television was Mr. Rogers. You know, looking forward to coming home from kindergarten.
Yep, you get home from school and you turn on Mr. Rogers, and he's there to welcome you home.
Yep, and you watch Sesame Street
teach
before
you
or
some
after.
Good life lessons and how you should be as a person.
And he's just a great
always
guy.
Be nice.
Great guy, but I'm so sad that you guys didn't have that. So that makes me sad. But hey, any of you that have young kids, start them on it now.
There you go.
I'm just saying. So let's get back into it.
Why didn't we get Mr. Rogers in the UK? Anyway, at this point, true to PBS form, I'm going to hand over to Laura Linney to take us into the next segment of our show. We don't have Laura Linney. I thought you were on that, so I've got to do it. After moving to sorry, that's not a microphone. After moving to the United States, there were culture shocks that came to the fore through watching television. And one of the biggest things that stood out to me was just how frequently American TV shows went to a commercial break. And at first I had to wonder if I was just making all of this up. I mean, my brain was in overdrive. I'd just landed in the bountiful kingdom of Indianapolis. But it turns out it's true. Within every hour of broadcast television, there's about 14 minutes of commercial breaks. And being from the UK, I wasn't quite used to this, because guess how many ads there are in an hour on the BBC? 0. This is also a periscope. This is one of the benefits of the TV license. The BBC doesn't need
0 commercials.
Here's how I feel about that.
So then where and when do you watch commercials?
I was never going to leave you.
Who advertises?
I'm mad. Wait, what?
They're missing out on advertisements being put in your face all the time.
That is so not fair.
How are you ever sold to?
Yeah.
How do you know what soap to buy? No one's telling you. How can you choose a toothpaste? You haven't seen a commercial about it.
Yeah, how do you know to go down to Big Bob's cars, Big Bob's use carpets, and Big Bob's use this and that, and floors, and have him drive you nuts and hear the same commercial and the same 30-minute show 15 times and learn the song to the stupid, I don't know.
Maybe they just stay up all night.
I'm jealous.
Infomercials all night long from like 2 to 4.
I am
and
jealous.
Check it out. I have my own microphone.
Oh, dear God. Thank you, Julian, so much for sending the pens.
That's right. Thank you, Julian.
But no, seriously. No commercials?
And that blows me away.
But hold on. I hope he covers this. And yes, we're pausing and asking things before he probably will. Because that's what you do when you react. Because I'm mad. I'm mad. Tyson's like, what's wrong? Why did you get so mad? You know why, Tyson, I got mad? Because in the UK, no commercials, at least at a certain point.
You don't have to watch ads about toothpaste.
And feminine hygiene products. Just saying.
And Big Bob's used carpet.
Big Bob's big. No. See, we have all these songs in our head because of all these stupid commercials in America.
Oh, I don't know the buttons.
You're good. So we're in 5 seconds here. But he was saying that the license fee takes care of that. So I would pay that to not have to watch commercials. All right, let's go back to this.
This is also a periscope. This is one of the benefits of the TV license. The BBC doesn't need advertising in order to operate. But there are other terrestrial channels in the UK that aren't governed by the BBC and aren't funded by the TV license. But even so, the likes of ITV, Channel 4 and Channel 5 average between about 7 to 10 minutes of adverts every hour. And the difference is really noticeable, and I think that the biggest thing with that is in the United States, it can often feel like they go to an ad break at very inopportune moments during a show. And this out of nowhere approach to advertising has this weird effect on me to where the continuity of the show is ruined. When I moved here, the 648th question I had was, where are all the soap operas? Which was just one place behind where is the soap. And it turns out it's not that America doesn't have soap operas, it's that virtually no one watches them. For example, throughout the last decade, the young...
Tyson needs to adjust.
Okay.
It's okay. Doggies come first. Right?
Yep.
Okay. So, I just want to... I'm rewinding just 5 seconds. I just want to know where he's going with this.
Soap operas is that virtually no one watches them. For example, throughout the last decade, The Young and the Restless was watched by about 3% of Americans. And this is the country's most watched soap. In the UK, we're a bit more obsessed. Firstly, these aren't daytime affairs. Our soap operas actually have prime-time evening slots. And get this, while viewing figures have been dropping, episodes of Coronation Street, which is a show that's been running for 60 years,
and pause this just for a second. I apologize to you guys. I'll edit this out. Tyson needs to move.
Sorry about that. I always get up for Tyson because he's on my side of the room. So
He likes her better. I mean, let's not. Who doesn't?
no, stop it.
Let's rewind this just a little bit on the soap opera thing. But before we start it, it's very interesting that you have primetime soap operas. We definitely know. But soap operas used to be a really, really big deal in America.
They used to be a lot more popular, but then they started taking some off.
He just mentioned Coronation Street, and I only know that because of Queen, because they dressed up as them for the I Want to Break Free video. I've never seen the show or anything, so I'm going to rewind that again just a little bit more. So let's come back to this real quick.
Actually have prime time evening slots. And get this, while viewing figures have been dropping, episodes of Coronation Street, which is a show that's been running for 60 years, are still watched by roughly 8 million people in the UK. That's about 12%. And when I were a kid, they were even more popular. In 1986, the Christmas Day episode of EastEnders was watched by half the nation. And no, we weren't on lockdown. Oh, and speaking of Christmas, that brings us on to this. There was one other televisual phenomenon that I was surprised to find America didn't consider a televisual phenomenon, and that is TV Christmas specials. Now,
guys, I'm sorry for Tyson's having he's just not comfortable around it. He just keeps moving around, so we have to get up and make sure that he doesn't hurt himself. So we apologize for all the interruptions. But he's number one. He's first. That's why we're upstairs doing the videos here. But we take care of him over anything else. So we apologize for any interruptions, and thank you for your understanding and your patience. But let's get back into the video here.
Is TV Christmas specials. Now, admittedly, this could be something to do with the fact that the United States dominates the market when it comes to Christmas films. It's not that American TV shows don't have Christmas-themed episodes or episodes set at Christmas.
We do.
It's that A, they often don't air on Christmas Day, and B, there isn't this sort of extra nationwide collective anticipation for the shows in question. In Britain, it's quite a bit different because you'll have shows that run throughout the entire year, but the exciting part is they have a Christmas special coming, and everybody gets what they want. For the public, it's a really exciting day, and for the broadcasters, it's a huge ratings boost. There's even a Wikipedia page devoted to some of the shows in question, and it confirms my suspicions that comedies make up the majority of these Christmas specials. And in many ways, I'm surprised that America places less of an emphasis on this, given that it goes much bigger on both Christmas and TV than arguably any country in the world. When it comes to television, the question I get most from Americans is, what do you think of Monty Python? But also, why do British shows only have 6 episodes?
Wait,
and it's true, an entire series, or season, as they would say in the United States, is roughly between 6 and 10 episodes. Whereas some of the big TV shows in the United States have anywhere between 21 and 1 million episodes. And as for why British TV shows have so few episodes, that's hard for me to answer. I don't work in the TV industry yet. But from what I can gather, it comes down to a couple of reasons. Firstly, American networks just have a higher budget, so they can afford to take a risk on a show that NBC will ultimately cancel. Secondly, and I can relate to this as a one-man YouTuber, British shows don't usually have really large creative teams, especially not compared to the United States, and a perfect way to highlight this is to compare the UK and US versions of The Office. Consider this.
Before he goes on. So the 6 to 8 episode thing is something I did not know. Yes, well, now thinking back to Fleabag, that makes sense. Because that would be why both seasons of that show was only 6 episodes. Which I always thought, why did she just do such few episodes? It's so sad. It's such a good show. It should have went on. But, and the shows he's referring to that have like 22 with so many episodes, those are on national network TV shows here.
Right.
NBC, ABC, CBS. And when you said, that NBC will ultimately cancel, yeah, they always do. Which is why we stopped watching almost every single show ever on those 3 major networks, because you'll get a couple good seasons out of a show and you'll love it, and then boom, canceled.
Yep. You get 1 or 2 seasons gone.
I'm learning a lot more than I expected to.
Yeah, there's a lot more differences.
And really surprising, but I find this fascinating. So let's rewind that just a little bit and go ahead from there.
this is to compare the UK and US versions of The Office.
Never watched The Office.
This. The original UK version was written by just Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant. During its run, the US version had no fewer than 33 writers. And I suppose one of the benefits of having more people work on it is you can churn more material out. On the other hand, am I crazy? That many people with that many ideas does leave the door open for inconsistent narratives and bloated storytelling. But for what it's worth, I like The American Office, seasons 1 to 3. Okay, let's finish with a rapid fire round of which country does it better. Panel shows, right, so America doesn't really do panel shows.
What's a panel show?
Anybody who's watching this who's thinking, what is a panel show? A panel show is that type of show where you've got on either side of the presenter 3 or 4 comedians whose job it is to be funny. The real job is to score points, but that's it's sort of meaningless to the whole thing. They just have to be funny. And you always see the same faces on these British panel shows. The short answer is Britain does this better. Who has the whitest teeth? Clearly people on American TV. This speaks to the general idea that American TV personalities are sort of perfect and were chiseled out of marble. We don't have to worry about that in Britain because, well, most of us don't have teeth. And also because the BBC doesn't have to worry about
No, I'm not going to allow
ratings,
that. Okay, we're not. No, that's mean, Lawrence. Stop it. So, but I will say, you guys, if you haven't seen that movie, what's it called on Netflix? It just came out Christmas Day. Don't Look Up. Is that the name of it? I think that's what you guys know what I'm talking about. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio in it, Meryl Streep, Kate Blanchett's in it. You guys know I love her. She's Australian, of course. And she plays an American news anchor. We were dying laughing. She should get an Oscar for that performance because it's hilarious. She's like super tan. Her accent is epic. It's like, I think the best accent for what she's doing of all time. But her teeth, they like gave her some like fake or some incredibly like ridiculously over white teeth that are
I think that they were actually battery operated and lit up.
I think they were LED, actually, yeah. But no, I don't like that he's putting down the teeth. I know he's joking, but just know, we don't think that, okay? We don't think that. Just want to say. Okay, let's go back a bit and then finish this out.
Well, most of us don't have teeth. And also, because the BBC doesn't have to worry about ratings, it can cast people with faces like this. There was a hint. Who does reality TV better? Goodness, I don't watch it. I can say this though, I think both countries do it in more or less equal abundance, but I think they're both into sort of different shows. I mean, reality TV is reality TV in that it doesn't represent reality. But I have noticed that once a year on British Twitter, Celebrity Love Island will be trending at the top. I think actually, pound for pound, British people might be more obsessed with reality TV.
I doubt that.
Most late night chat shows, I think the United States wins this one. It has more chat show hosts than it has women. Right? And they're all called Jimmy. But we have Graham Norton, and I like that format a lot because for anyone who's not aware, what they do on that show is they put all of the celebrity guests on one couch together.
I do know Graham Norton.
Unusual mix of celebrities, right? You might have Harrison Ford and Sharon from EastEnders. That's it for this episode. Let me know in the comments below your favorite British or American television show. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that my videos don't get lost in the pond.
Okay, Lawrence, I appreciate you, buddy. You're an awesome guy. Okay, that was fun.
That was fun.
Goodness.
Your opinion? I'm now a news anchor. I'm going to be your show host. I don't have the glowing white teeth.
None of us do. No, I learned a lot on this. 5 ways. I keep forgetting that that's what the title of the video was because I'm sitting here going more and more. But panel shows, at first I didn't know what that was, and I do know what he's referring to, and we have some, but not really. And then I know I've seen other American reactors, like playlists, you know, some of their video lists, and I've seen them react to a show. Trying to remember the name of it. Something about cats. Something about 8 cats or something. I don't know. But I did give it a brief look over, and I just didn't understand anything that was happening. I was completely clueless. But I'm assuming that's what he means by panel shows. That whatever the heck I'm saying, you guys know what I'm saying. I thought it was a game show, but I guess not. But yeah, panel shows we did back, like America had those like in the 50s and the 60s, but people want their sitcoms, they want their drama shows. Hope you guys like that. If you learned something, if you're one of our 3 or 4 American subscribers, let us know. I mean, I learned a lot, and I thought that was very interesting. So really quickly, just a couple things that we wanted to talk to you guys about. Before we do that, though, again, please like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Please only subscribe to the channel if you want to, if you really want to. Don't just do it just to do it. We're not here just for subscribers, okay? Please know that. Please know that. Again, check us out on Patreon. See the different things that we have to offer that are exclusive to patrons only, okay? There's some really cool stuff on there.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I'll just say one, Cooking with Debbie. I'll say another one. No,
we
I
are
won't.
going to cook banana, meat, cheese, casserole.
No, you're not, because I have to eat this.
First recipe. Yeah.
If you saw Wednesday's video, you saw that we did a video on top places to visit in England. And it was a great video. We loved it. We saw some beautiful places. Of course, a lot of it in the comments we were told were a lot more touristy destinations. We didn't even know that. So here's what we were thinking. We were thinking every Wednesday of January, we would do a video of a different place that we would like to see more of in England. And then maybe in February, we'll pick maybe Scotland, Ireland, you know what I'm saying? Someplace different in the UK. So
Wednesday will be travel day.
yeah.
So where are we traveling next?
So
I vote.
you're going to totally.
No, I'm
they're
going to take over. I vote.
You're
Cotswold.
going to vote for her because she said it first.
I want to go there.
Well, I will argue that and say that I would like to do a video on the Lake District because, and I shall win this, you guys are totally going to vote for whatever she says, and you both know it. He doesn't get a vote. Give me this. I would like to go to the Lake District because, honestly, I have talked about wanting to see the Lake District and more of it. We've only seen like a few clips out of 2 videos, very little. I've been talking about this for months.
So put your vote in the comments.
So I'd appreciate if you voted for the Lake District.
Cotswolds.
Lake District.
Put it in the comments below.
And if you guys like that idea, I mean, I think we're going to do it anyway because we want to see more. We want to see more. What, do you have to interview me?
Yeah. Or bop you with it.
No, here. No, I was going to let you. I was going to let you interview me. If you would like Travel Wednesdays, let us know because I would like to see more of a lot of the places mentioned. And even in the comments section of the last video, you mentioned places I still had not heard of. I think someone said, I'm going to say this wrong, Peak District? Is that a place? Yeah, I believe that was mentioned. I believe that was mentioned. I don't know what that is, but I'm just saying. So, but let us know if you like that idea of Travel Wednesdays. And for the month of January, we'll do England. But I say Lake District. These are your 2 options for Wednesday.
So that's not really a microphone. I could just talk about it.
So basically, if you vote for the Lake District or you vote for the
Cotswold,
you're saying you love me more or you love her more.
Cotswold.
And that's how I'm going to take it. So I know that I just lost and we're probably going to do a video on the Cotswolds.
See where we go.
I want to see both places and we're going to do both places regardless. We just wanted your help.
Oh.
Debbie's going to knock over the video. We just wanted your help on which one to do first. So drop us a note in the comments. Thanks so much for watching today. We appreciate you guys. And we'll look in the comments and see where we're traveling to Wednesday.
That's right.
So until then, God bless you and have a great rest of your day.
Until next time.
Bye, guys.